Hello student, welcome to all of you. This is the fourth part of the story of the Tiger King. No. So let's see what is the story of this lesson. The Maharaja's tiger hunts continued to be highly successful. Within 10 years, he was able to kill 70 tigers and then within 10 years he was able to kill 70 tigers and then an unforeseen hurdle brought his mission to a standstill. The tiger population became extinct in the forest of Pratibandhanpuram. Who knows whether the tigers practiced birth control, committed harassment, simply ran away from the state because they desired to be shot by British hands alone. So, the king was very successful in his tiger hunting mission. In a span of years, he had killed 70 tigers. An unplanned problem stopped his mission. The problem was that there were no more tigers in the Pratibandhanpuram. The writer creates humor when he said that maybe the tiger practiced birth control activities and did not produce offsprings. Maybe they committed suicide. He also adds that if could be that they run away from Pratibandhanpuram because they did not want to be killed by an Indian, and on the other hand they want it to be killed by a Britisher. One day the Maharaj sent for the Diwan Sahib, are not you aware of the fact that 30 tigers still remain to be shot down by this gun of mine? He asked, brandishing his gun. Shuddering at the sight of the gun, the Diwan cried out, "Your Majesty, I am not a tiger. Which idiot would call you a tiger? No, and I am not a gun. You are neither tiger nor gun, Diwan Sahib. I summoned you here for a different purpose. I have decided to get married." So, one day the king called his minister and waved his gun towards him. He said that he was get to kill 30 mare tigers. The minister was scared when he saw the gun, and he cried to the king that he was not a tiger, as he feared that the king might aim his gun at him. The king said that he was not foolish, that he would mistake the minister for a tiger. The minister was so cried that he added he was neither a gun. The king said to him that he knew that he was neither a tiger nor a gun, but on the other hand, the king had called his minister for another work. The king wanted to get married now. That's why he had called the minister. The Diwan began to babble even more. "Your Majesty, I have 2 wives already. If I marry you, don't talk nonsense. Why should I marry you? What I want is a tiger. Your Majesty, please think it over. Your ancestors were married to the sword. If you like, marry the gun. A tiger king is more than enough for this state. It doesn't need a tiger queen as well." The minister was so confused that he started speaking something in a silly way. He said that the king already had 2 wives, and if the minister married the king interrupted the minister and scolded him for speaking nonsense. He said that he had no reason to marry the minister. He said that he wanted a tiger, so the writer again creates humor when he says that the minister told the king that he should think over his decision. The minister adds that the king's ancestors were married to this world, and so if he wanted, he could marry the gun. But marrying a tiger and getting a tiger queen for the kingdom of Pratibandhanpuram was not a good thought. He added that a tiger king was enough for the state and they did not need a tiger queen. The Maharaja gave a loud crack of laughter. I am not thinking of marrying either a tiger or a gun, but a girl from the ranks of human beings. First, you may draw up stat- statistics of tiger population in the different native states. Next, you may investigate if there is a girl I can marry in the royal family of a state with a large tiger population. So, this was very hilarious and the Maharaja started laughing. He said that he did not want to marry either a tiger or a gun, but he wanted to marry a girl from another kingdom. He asked his minister to make a list of all the kingdoms and the number of tigers they had. Next, the minister was supposed to find out if there was a girl worth marrying in the royal family of state which had a large number of tigers. The Diwan followed his orders. He found the right girl from a state which possessed a large number of tigers. Maharaja Jang Bahadur killed 5 or 6 tigers. Each day he visited his father-in-law in his manor. 99 tiger skins adorned the walls of the reception hall in the Pratibandhapuram Palace. So, the minister followed the order and he found the right girl from a state which had a large number of tigers. So, every time King Jang Bahadur visited his father-in-law, he would kill 5 or 6 tigers in the kingdom. In this manner, the king killed 99 tigers and the skin of the tigers decorated the wall of the lobby hall of the Pratibandhapuram Palace. So student, this is the fourth part of this lesson. In this lesson, he expressed his desire of getting married. So the next part will be covered in the next video, and that video of the story will be the last video of this lesson. So till then, revise and repeat.